All right, all right. Home Squad Sports Week 10. We are already here. Hope everyone's been having a great week. Got another great show. Got some good news. Top six games as usual. Before we get into it, Dalton, how you doing, my man?
Pretty good, man. I can't complain. Ready for more football again this week, of course. Not much going off field for once this week, but Arch Manning concussion. I
Yeah,
guess that's like the biggest news right now going around. Is he going to play this week?
for sure. Yeah. It's definitely some breaking news we'll get into. Get your thoughts on that and see how that's going to shake out. We got some hot seats, as normal. I mean, it's been the trend of this year of, all of the coaches pretty much losing their jobs mid-season, which I think it's going to be a shift in like pay, which we'll talk about down the road. But anything else like you're looking forward to, like since we've seen the people last on Monday?
Man, I'm looking forward to this. A game that I don't make our top six, but it's huge. North Texas Navy might be the highest scoring game of the year.
Okay.
Going on a limb. Might be 55, 50, 52, like, one of those games.
Okay. No, I like that. think they actually have a couple games that aren't in our top six that are going to be pretty fun to watch and see how they shake out. But I can't wait to get into it. We'll see who gets fired this week. I mean, it's just every single day. It looks like we're seeing rumors. Lane Kiffin. We're seeing Nick Saban. Well, Nick Saban's coming out and saying Lane Kiffin's probably good where he's at, and they think that he should probably have his best opportunity to succeed in Mississippi in Ole Miss. I don't know if I buy it. I think he's just trying to get Lane the best offer he can. But what do you think about Saban coming out and saying that about Lane Kiffin?
I mean, hey, I don't know how close they are. I don't know if he didn't say it to him, right? So not much you could take from it. I don't think that's just Nick Saban saying where he's coming from. But he left LSU for the NFL, so can't listen to him that much on that topic.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think they are pretty close because I mean I feel like they've definitely talked on
I mean,
back
yeah,
back channels and just maybe not like every week thing, but I think they've. I don't think Nick Saban's going to come out and say anything on Lane, especially somebody who he hired, without them having some sort of contact because I think there's no secret that Lane Kiffin's going to have his pick on what he's going to be able to do next year.
yeah,
Is he going to stay? Is he going to go LSU? Is Florida looking at? I mean, a lot of places are saying they could use Lane Kiffin's services, rightfully so. I think he's the best coach, not even on the market, but I think he's the best coach that could potentially be on the market. Is that true, or do you think there's someone that's going to maybe come out of retirement that is a better fit for all of these schools?
I mean, the only guy I like coming out would be Saban, but I don't think he's coming back. Man.
You don't think Urban Meyer's not coming? You don't think Urban Meyer's coming back at all?
Oh, and trust him
Okay.
no more. I mean, after what he did, yeah, he's been not the best off the field coach for a while. For a while,
Yeah,
you don't need drama. I don't think at a big program. That's what he brings some drama.
I think he brings a lot of
A lot of
wins at the
winning though.
college level. I think if he goes anywhere college, he's going to be just fine. Pro's a different game. We all know that. But if you bring Urban Meyer back in college, someone who won 90% of his games, I think he's going to pick up right where he left off. He's got to flash a couple of rings to these new recruits that don't know who he is, which pretty much everyone know he is. But for the ones who don't, he gets to, flashes a couple of rings. And I think he will definitely get, pretty much anybody who he wants. Yeah, he's got to go to a good school. It's got to be a good match. But if Urban Meyer comes out, Saban, I don't think Saban's coming out.
No.
I think Urban's got the best shot because I think when you hear Urban talk ball, like he talks about like he's definitely got some juice in the tank, and he really hasn't coached for a long time. Really, I know it seems like yesterday he was coaching and winning games for Ohio State, but it really's kind of been a little bit since he's coached.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I just talk. I guess that's a homer coming out. Me, he left Florida with health issues, then showed up at Ohio State like the next year.
Yeah,
So I just don't trust him. That's just personal, I guess. But yeah, he's a great coach, one of the best college coaches ever, man.
yeah,
Really.
yeah. He really is. He's one of the best college coaches ever, but for some reason, I think he's still kind of overlooked and kind of forgotten about in the grand scheme of things. I don't know why. I don't know. Just because I think it's maybe a fatigue. I feel like when he was, coaching, everybody, we're just used to seeing Urban Meyer win. It was pretty much who's gonna, give Urban and Nick a run for their money, and how are we gonna make this not Alabama and Ohio State for a few years?
Yeah, for sure, man. And then at Florida too, of course, when he was 06, 2 titles in 3 years.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a couple great runs, man. A couple great runs. If he would have went to the NFL, who knows?
Yeah, I know. I think there's going to be a lot of coaches like that. Matt Rule, I think he's already back, obviously, but I think he has a big question mark if he would have stayed at Baylor. Where could Baylor be at today? And there's some heat coming around. There's some other coaches as well. Now let's talk about James Franklin. Supposedly, this is a deal in the works about him going to Virginia Tech. You think it's a good fit, him going Virginia Tech? I know Beamer at South Carolina, his dad coached there. Everyone thinks Beamer is going to be at Virginia Tech next year, which I do think holds weight. But out of nowhere today, I mean, we're seeing everything pointing towards James Franklin possibly being in Virginia Tech. What do you think?
I don't think it's a bad fit, and he needs somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Medium size, not huge.
Yeah.
Won before, but only won with one coach really ever. You know, so it ain't like they consistently won. But he can make them win 9 games, 8 games. Like he did at Penn State.
Yeah.
Maybe I think they'd be a lot happier there with
Yeah,
that. So
I think expectations won't be too crazy through the roof there. ACC, it's kind of a crapshoot every year who's going to win that. So he could definitely, find himself in the ACC championship as quick as next year.
oh yeah, with the portal, you could nowadays. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I really do think that. So if you had to put any money on him coaching next year, where is it at? Do you think Virginia Tech?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I don't think LSU or Florida's going to offer this guy.
No.
So that's only two bigger jobs, really. I mean, the other jobs are all pretty similar, right
Yeah.
now. So Arkansas, Virginia Tech,
Arkansas,
UCLA, all kind of the same size. I mean,
Yeah.
Arkansas is really hard to win at, man.
Hell yeah.
And SEC is being there. It's hard to win. It's not a great job.
No, it's not. Arkansas, supposedly, Arkansas's got their eyes on some guys, but I don't know how that's going to shake out, man. I think I don't know. I think Kentucky has got a very interesting look. I think Kentucky's either going to get two coaches. I think Summerall there at Tulane, or somehow I think Brian Kelly
I was
wants
to say that.
I think Brian
That's what I
Kelly,
seen.
yeah, is Kentucky. That was the first thing that kind of popped in my mind, only because of this. He's gonna want that tag as being an SEC coach. Still, you're still SEC coach. You still get to say, I didn't really fall from grace too much. I landed on my feet, and you can kind of be at a program where, yes, I'm in the best conference, and I'm at a place where I, still have to prove myself. And then you turn around. If Kelly gets a 9-win season at Kentucky, I mean, he's God, right?
Yeah, I just don't like the fan base coach fit there at all.
But
the fan base doesn't gel. They don't mesh with his personality. I mean, it doesn't really matter if he wins. I get it.
You're right.
But still, you know what I mean. They
Yeah.
need more of a blue collar guy, and they're coaching. I think and Brian Kelly's not that guy. He's a northern guy, and really Notre Dame, Cincinnati. He's not really a southern guy at heart. Kentucky, I don't know. They need that, I think. But if he wins 9 games every year, I don't care. Yeah, they won't care.
Yeah, we'll see. So this is the hot seat right now. We've got Mark Stoops at the top with Kentucky. We'll see who they fill that seat with, because I think it's pretty much open. I think those two. Now, some people are saying Gus Malzahn is probably going to maybe take over at Arkansas. I think that maybe could be a good fit. He's an Arkansas guy. He was at Arkansas State, coached high school football in Arkansas. That's my prediction, but we'll see what happens. But Hugh Freeze, number 2 with Auburn. If you had to pick today, just put your bet in, who would you bet to be Auburn's next head coach?
I'm gonna go. I think Auburn is who Summerall ends up at.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't hate that at all. I don't hate that
Not
at all.
too far away, logistically.
Yeah.
Next state over, pretty close. Oh, he knows them. He knows the South. I think it's a good fit for him, man. And Auburn just needs something. They need some energy.
Yeah.
You can bring some energy at least. I mean, they haven't had energy in a while.
Yeah, they need some pizzazz. They need something. They need a electric, and usually in order to get an entertaining player, usually got kind of an entertaining coach to go with it. They kind of go hand in hand. A guy that's going to be attractive to a young player to trust them and make something pop, because they definitely need to get back on the track. And Auburn's not known for winning year in and year out. If they are good, it's kind of a really long build up, and they're kind of right back to rebuilding. If which I do kind of admire. But what's the realistic expectation that Auburn fans should have? I don't think it should be too high.
It is though.
I know.
Auburn's like they think they're blue blooded SEC. They think they are.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not though.
No.
They're not up there with Georgia and Bama, and Florida and LSU. They think they are. That's the problem with them. They have too high expectations. I agree. They were good though, pretty much forever.
Yeah.
They never been that bad.
They were always solid. Never had a season where it was just totally embarrassing. They've always had something. And if they did have a bad season, guess what? They somehow beat Bama. They had some signature win or a player to hang their hat on and be excited for the year after.
Mm-hmm.
You look back at that, kind of reminds me of Bo Nix era. They was really excited. Every year, Bo Nix is going to turn around, and this is a Bo Nix Auburn, but he'd end up leaving and having his best years after he left.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But Mike Loxley's also on here. Luke Fickell, Wisconsin's come out and said that, no, he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, same with Norvell.
Yeah.
I could see Jonathan Smith getting fired, but it's only his second year. I'd like them to give him one more season there.
I think Florida State's Florida State committed to Mike Norvell for the rest of this season. I think they are still gonna let him go.
I hope. I don't hope, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
they should.
Yeah,
say that. I hope they keep him, man. Keep him there. Let him stay there. Let him keep in the Knowles coach.
Yeah,
so he not get good recruits at all. His recruiting classes, he can't recruit.
Yeah, that'd be good for your Florida Gators.
Yeah,
if Florida State definitely stayed in idle mode there, and we'll see what happens. But I think Gus Malzahn's either going to be the head coach at Florida State next year or Arkansas. That's my prediction. Maybe he takes over if they finally move away from Norvell or whatever word they use now. Separate, cut ties, whatever. Besides fire.
All right,
it's every word.
Part ways.
Yeah, part ways. Decide mutually split.
Yeah,
something like that. But we'll see who gets booted this week, if anybody. Maybe we have a week off of no coaches getting fired. That'd be cool. But let's get into some other headlines here. Now, we come into some headlines of NCAA allowing college players to bet on pro sports. But I think, they've kind of delayed that because of the Chauncey Billups whole NBA scandal. I think that's it was the right move in the first place. I think this is a really dumb move to let college kids bet. They just shouldn't be betting on anything. What do you think about it?
I agree. It's a slippery slope.
Mm-hmm.
Once you start, then you're on the app, and oh man, that looks good. I know. We just played that team last week. I know.
Yeah.
I know they ain't beating them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think they should bet on anything, man. It's one of the disadvantages of being an athlete, but you're getting paid so much.
Exactly.
You should be fine with it. Like, spend your money on something else, man. Don't get into gambling that young. You don't even be gambling that young anyways.
Yeah, exactly. It's just dumb. And my big thing is they're like, oh well, I don't play pro. I could bet on pro. Well, here's what it is. Okay, say, and this could happen. Even this scenario I'm about to explain either happens on purpose or it could happen on accident. Because you got college players. Let's take an Alabama player. You're a freshman on the Alabama team. You're corner. Two of your corners go pro. They're now one's on the Jaguars, one's on the Broncos. You text them, hey man, how's it looking like this week? How's it looking? Just like that, they can bet on the game legally, and they know who's out. And like, yo, is your quarterback playing? Y'all playing this week? And a player could knowingly give that up, knowing he's going to bet, and technically it's legal, even though it's not. It'd be the insider trading, whatever. But the college player could hit up the pro player and just simply talk as a man-to-man, and you couldn't even tell by the conversation. They could kind of talk in a way.
Talk is like friends. Yeah.
Yes, like I could just say, hey, how you looking, man? I heard he's good. Okay, cool. That's all you need to know. And he turns around and he puts $1,000 on the other team. I could see that scenario happen way too often. Just because your teammate goes to the league doesn't mean you lose his number. You still always hit him up, and and that's just one instance. You look at some of these players who are putting schools that are putting multiple players in the league, yada yada, and I could see that being very ugly. What do you think?
It's a good point. I didn't think about it from that angle, but yeah, you could easily do that. Some teams have 10 to 12 drafted a year.
Yeah.
So it's almost it's half the league.
Right.
Some guys know players on every team, I'm sure. So, yeah, they shouldn't be betting, man.
They already got to worry about probably half their family doing that to them, And Yeah, it could be just a slippery slope. I hope they pretty much make that rule to where they can't bet on pros. I could just see that, hurting someone's
I
future.
mean, you could even do it on accident on the app. It's like one click.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, actually, I didn't mean to. It's on my
Yeah.
slip.
Yeah.
Nobody will believe you.
Yeah.
It's hard to do, probably. I mean, you got to be really.
I've never made a
but
bet
if
on
you're
that.
like- if
I've
you're
never
like-
made a bet on accident,
If you're
but
like, if you have that much money though, like as they do, they got way more than us.
right.
Especially the big time guys, like quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Getting multi-million-dollars a year. They're just throwing five out there. They ain't really paying attention. I could see that happening. Just not likely, but it could happen.
Oh, I literally have a basketball wager in for games going on right now. I forgot to put in.
Yeah,
Like,
see,
I put it in earlier today during work, and I was like, forgot about it. I looked in, I was like, oh, it's doing pretty good. Totally forgot about it. I mean, then that could see that happening. And
you don't need to be betting that young, in my opinion, either. I mean,
yeah,
it's more of a grown, mature thing.
yes, yeah, I think so. It's just gambling. I think you do it when you're bored anyway. If you're a college player, you shouldn't have any free time to bet or be bored anyway. You got games to worry about, school, personal life, yada yada. But we'll see how everything plays out. I wanted to get your thoughts on the coaching. Maybe should have brought this up just a second ago, but about the buyouts. We are looking at $168 million in buyouts owed to fired coaches so far, which is just a crazy number. I think it's a pretty much tale of a broken system. But the reason I bring it up, I think the NCAA, the schools, they are trying to level out the salary cap and the difference here. It's always been a big drop off. Players couldn't get paid, coaches get paid a lot, huge drop off. Well, now, since players are getting paid, we can't pay the coaches $50 million and the players $20 when we were paying you $50 and the players $0. That makes sense then. But now, when the players we're having to pay these guys a lot of money, are we still going to pay the coaches a lot of money? It's somebody's going to have to lose a little bit. I think that's what they're trying to do. I think they're trying to just like level out the gap in the market, the coaches market, because they have a lot of players they got to pay, and it's not cheap, man. These boosters don't want to keep giving money if you're not producing wins, because there's a handful of ADs right now talking to boosters, and they're saying, hey, I know this coach didn't work out. I know Brian Kelly didn't work out, but I promise this next coach, I know I needed money to get him in here. Now we need money to get him out. I'm also going to need some more money to bring in my new guy. I promise this next guy is the one. That conversation is happening across the nation right now. And I think a big part of that, they're just trying to be like, okay, I think we're paying the coaches too much and we have to fix this somehow. I might as well get you out the door now. Because right now, if you wait 3 years, 3 different coaches win natties, market only goes up. Right now, there's only 3 active coaches with national championships. You can get coaches cheap as you can ever get them right now. It's still expensive, but the price is only going to go up for half these coaches. For a Drinkowitz, for a Summerall, for a Jed Fish. All those prices are going to go up exponentially. Do you think that's what they're doing? What do you have any idea why they are just all firing mid-season?
I think it's about player retention.
Yeah.
Right? The big part of it with the portal now and the recruits. You got to be able to keep some of these guys on your team. You don't want to have to get 80 guys in the portal. We've seen that this year. A lot of mid-major programs.
Yes.
Like 50 or 60 guys coming in, whole new team.
Yes.
You don't want to have to do that. And that's what these big-time programs are thinking. Like, we can't live in the portal and compete.
Yeah.
We need to get a coach out and talk to these kids, see if we can keep them, see what ask them about coach. I'm they're asking the recruits and the players what coaching they want right nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. We're probably going to see a point where if we know what quarterback we have and we're trying to keep him, we might see college quarterbacks have a say in the next coach, which I think is insane because a coach could be there 10, 20 years. A player can only be there 4 max. So I think that's, I don't know, but maybe a say for sure. At least a coordinator or something, I think we're going to see a massive change. I think we're going to see franchise tags with some players. I think we're going to see fines. We're going to see player fines. We are going to see a college quarterback get fined. We're going to see a linebacker get fined for a late hit. We're going to see that.
You think?
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah. I'm big on throw guardian caps on all of them, and let's get rid of
Let her
targeting.
hit. Yeah.
No more targeting. Get rid of it. If you want to, if
Who you telling, man?
these guardian caps work so well, then all right, let's put them to the test. Let's take away targeting. Let's let these guys hit.
Let's do experiment. If it doesn't work, okay, fine. We'll go back to
There's
targeting.
too many calls and penalties right now that we have in the game that are subjective. Way too many. That's one of them. That's It's horse. I hate it.
Me too. It sucks. Especially being thrown out the game. It should just be a 15-yard penalty. Then I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, that blows my mind.
But thrown out the game?
That blows my
If
mind.
you miss if it's the second half, you got to miss the first half
Of the next game.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Makes no sense. So we got a lot of things, they have to fix. We'll see. Buyouts, I do think that's one thing they are at least trying to fix. But before we get into our top 6 games, if you ever want to catch us on X, on Twitter, whatever you like to call it, we got some new stuff popping up pretty much every week. We featured a D2 quarterback this week, DeJuan Owens. Great name, DeJuan Owens. Slippery Rock quarterback. Give a shout out to him. He's been showing out this year. Massillon, Ohio native. A guy to watch. With Home Squad Sports, we're always going to try to put you on to someone kind of low key. And hey, you might not think it's for nothing, but there's a guy named Trinidad Chambliss who was playing Division II last year, and not many people knew about him, but now they do. And you could see DeJuan Owens.
And then Haj Malik the year before.
Haj Malik. Oh, yeah. The amount of FCS
that was Campbell, but
in.
Still nobody knew who he was.
Yeah, UNLV last year. So I think a lot of guys coming in. I love some FCS quarterbacks. I think, Cole Payton out of North Dakota State, he's going to be getting drafted this year. One of the best quarterbacks in all of the nation. And then DeJuan Owens is going to try to, maybe make that jump up to the FBS level because he's showing out. He's only a redshirt freshman, so shout out to him. And then if you did catch us throughout the week, other headlines that came about, Kennesaw State last night becoming bowl eligible for the first time since joining the FBS. Let's give a round of applause to him.
What a coaching. I remember you showed me a video last year, spring ball.
Yeah.
How bad this team was.
Yes.
That's how bad it was. We were joking on.
Yeah.
Now, next year, we're one of the best teams, maybe the best team in our conference. Great coaching job, man. I mean, that's all it is right there. He must have got a lot of players in this offseason. He really just developed them, had a good strength and program. Something happened there because we thought they were terrible. And they proved us wrong, man.
Yeah,
this team's pretty good.
They did. They've been able to kind of get in and
good team.
Get some good G5 branding in. It always helps. They got nice jerseys, good, and they've really leaned into it. But none of that matters if you're not playing solid ball and playing hard. And it's nice. It's a good pipeline. They're close to Atlanta.
Yeah,
it's where it could shake out for them, man. They could see them having a great program in the near future. They already have one on the up and up. So shout out to them. And if you ever want to catch some news like that breaking, follow us on X, on Twitter, if you're watching on YouTube or
see
anywhere.
If they can keep winning.
Huh?
Let's see if they can keep winning.
Yeah. Shout out to them. I had them last night against UTEP. Was looking kind of ugly a little bit. They throw in backup quarterback, keep it rolling, and they play hard, man. They play hard. Forgot their running back's name.
Defense is good.
Yeah, their running back last night. He has a cool name. But man, he was running so hard. Great ball security. That was one thing that stood out to me. So watch out for Kennesaw State. They are going bowling. But let's get into the top 6 games, Dalton. The talk of the town here, the talk of the week. Every week, 6 best games around the nation. And we have just that yet again. Let's get into it here. First one, we got Vandy and Texas, Virginia and Cal, Georgia Tech, NC State, Oklahoma and Tennessee, Rocky Top. We'll see if they can do it. USC and Nebraska. And then last, if you're staying up late, we got 10:15 kickoff. Nothing too crazy out of the norm for Utah, but Cincinnati, not something we're really used to seeing. They'll be taking on Utah at 10:15. Before we get into our picks and overall preview, Dalton, give me a game that stands out and that you're looking forward to.
Late game, man. Cincinnati, Utah, 10.5 point spread for Utah is just doesn't sit right with me. And I'm really excited about the QB matchup. If Dampier is back, it looks like he is.
Yep.
Dampier versus Sorsby. Should be who's going to run for more yards this game. It's going to be old school. Grind it out. Throw it a couple times, play action, but who's going to run the ball better? That's going to be a great game, man. Excited for that one. Then the Cal Virginia, really underrated game. I think I think Cal could beat them.
Okay, JKS, you think he can get the dub? I think he can. He's one of my favorite freshman quarterbacks in the nation. Um, after watching him last week, I really hope a program comes and saves him. His offensive line was, not doing him any favors last week. So we see what he can do. He's got a big game the following week against Louisville. So ramp up week for that. And if he can come up with a big win here, Cal could definitely be rolling as they come into the Derby City looking for a road win. But that game stands out to me as well. I really do like Oklahoma, Tennessee. I think Oklahoma Venables is. I think Oklahoma is what you're seeing. Clemson's ceiling was. That's Clemson's ceiling this year was Oklahoma, a coach that needs good quarterback play and a quarterback that needs good coaching. And I don't think they've been on the same page ever since the thumb injury with Mateer. It just hasn't worked out. I don't know if it's an injury or maybe just everything leading up to that point was just kind of a fluke scenario. What do you think? Was Oklahoma really legit before the injury or no?
No, I've thought about them all year. I think they can't run the ball. You're in the SEC. You're not going to win many games. Yep. Quarterback's good. He ain't the best thrower though. He's an improviser, and you need a good run game for that. He just not helped out at all. Their defense is great. Their offense is just bad, man. Mateers can't do it all, and then he rushed back from injury. I do think he rushed back. He wasn't fully healthy, and he's thrown it. He's thrown a lot more picks in the 2 games he's came back.
Agreed. I think he's definitely it hasn't been a walk in the park for him. He was looking at a guy who's going to be in New York at the Heisman ceremony, and then now you're looking at it. He's like, all right, well, maybe it was just a little too high on you, and it just hasn't worked out. Football's football. That happens, unfortunately. And now we're looking at Ty Simpson and Mendoza as pretty much a 2-man's race, in my opinion, for Heisman. Am I crazy saying that right now it's just them 2?
No. I mean, I'm trying to think.
There's only 2 that really make sense, man. They're playing, They're playing good ball. Their teams are good. They don't have too many holes in their games. They're not turning over the ball too much. Ty Simpson had 1 pick last week, but I mean that's football. But right now, they're head and shoulders above everybody right now. What do you think?
Georgia Tech beats Georgia. Haynes King. Gets an Eric Crouch Heisman.
Everybody is loving Haynes King. I respect Haynes King.
Dog.
But when you start to put Heisman and Haynes King in the same sentence now, I think we got to backtrack a little bit, which I do think that's natural just with sports. Everyone, you're either great or horrible. You're either the best of all time or you're the worst. It's not cool. It's not it doesn't really raise any eyebrows when you say someone's good, even though that's really hard to be. So I don't know. I don't think he's a Heisman, but I do respect him. He's best mobile quarterback of the nation, probably. I mean,
Ty's mobile too.
Huh?
Simpson's pretty mobile.
Yeah, he is. But Haynes King could get you 100 yards a game if he wants mobile. So I do think he can move as opposed to Haynes King could just run it 10 plays in a row.
20 times if he needs to.
Yeah, and him do the thing. So we'll see. But that's going to be an interesting game. But let's get into it in order. 7:30 slate, man. It's pretty packed. I mean, we got 3 games, 7:30 slate. It's gonna be awesome, man. I can't wait. But the noon slate always comes before that, and the 3:30. But noon, we got Vandy in Texas. So is Arch Manning? Is he looking like he's going to be out? Have they made a ruling yet?
He practiced today, but he remains in concussion protocol, so it's still up in the air. Yeah,
it doesn't sound good.
Not on Wednesday. He got 2 days. Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
We'll see tomorrow though. That's the big day. I mean, Thursday's.
What's the spread on that? Did you say
Texas -2.5?
Oh wow! I'm not a Vandy guy. I think if anyone's watched the program, you can see I'm not the biggest Vandy and Diego Pavia guy. But I would take that all day. If Arch Manning's in question, I would take Vandy. And even if Arch Manning played, man, I might take Vandy anyway. They barely won last week at Mississippi State. They shouldn't have won. They really shouldn't have won the week before that against Kentucky. I mean, they are scraping by these last 2 weeks, and now they're facing a team better than both those teams, and you're injured.
Yeah.
It's Vandy. I mean, it's Vandy. I hate saying that, but I got to keep it real. It's Vandy all day. In what fashion? I have no clue. if Diego Pavia is going to pass for 300 yards against them, if they're going to score 40. I know that's hard. No matter what they're going to do at quarterback, scoring a lot on Texas is still hard to do. What's your thoughts on the game?
Man, I'm gonna shock everybody if you watch this show every week. Going with the Longhorns.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dalton.
I really am. They're gonna do what they did the last 2 weeks. It's gonna be ugly. The defense is just gonna get it done again, man. They didn't get it done last week. That was the offense.
Wow.
The defense is gonna step back up this week. Texas by 4.
Wow.
27-20.
Texas by 4. And
27-23.
you don't even know if Arch Manning's playing. The beloved Arch
Same
Manning.
score either way. He don't. This guy that comes in this year is throwing darts when he comes in.
Yeah, what's his name? Hudson?
Caldwell?
Yeah. First name's Hudson?
Matthew?
Yeah, Matthew Caldwell. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That is not like you. You're a Vandy guy through and through. I mean,
I see the glass slipper falling up, breaking, man.
this week,
This is the week.
This is the week?
First time. Look, I know when to pick Vandy.
This is not even.
This is their 4th time they've been on pick 6 this year, though. That's crazy.
Vandy? Oh, I know. We've talked about Vandy every week.
They've had a lot of hard games.
They
That's
have.
what I'm saying. This is the week that finally catches up to them. All the hard games, all the pressure. On the road at Texas.
But
I know I wanted to pick Vandy, but I thought about it, man. I can't trust them more in Texas right now, even though Texas is not the better team on paper. Right?
this is a great matchup. Both teams are coming off really close wins, so I do love that. But Vandy had a more impressive win. I mean, even if Bo Prebley got hurt, I understand. I thought Missouri should have won the game, but Missouri's a lot better than the past 2 teams Texas has played.
That's true.
So how do you?
That's true.
What? So just because their defense?
Yeah, pretty much. They're gonna control the game. They're gonna keep the Vandy offense off the field.
Wow, Dalton.
Pavia plays like he did against Bama
I can't believe that.
instead of the rest of the year.
No, I can't believe that you're taking that. That's just.
I know. I told you it'd be shocking, but
I'm shocked. Color me shocked.
I knew it.
Yeah, no, that's wild. I definitely. This is the week. Well, I took Vandy last week to kind of play it safe. My heart did not want to take Vandy, but my heart wants to take Vandy this week. I don't like this Texas team. Sarkisian's checked out. He's talking about NFL jobs when he can barely win. He can't even win a conference championship. So why you talk about NFL jobs is kind of puzzling to me. Sark, Clark Lee, if anybody, he should be. Maybe he should be next Texas coach because he's really impressed me this week. Give me Vandy. And man, I think Vandy's going to be in victory formation. This is not going to be a thing where Texas is driving in the last drive and they couldn't get it done. I don't think it's that case. I think we're looking at Vandy up 10, up 7, and they're kneeing it out. That's what I think. Am I crazy to think that?
No, you're not crazy. I could see that happening. Absolutely.
Okay.
I could see Texas not being able to move the ball like sometimes this year. But man, I just think they know how to win close games.
Oh,
it's the only thing they know how to do.
What about points here? You think this is going to be a team where first half they're lighting it up, teams can't get going at all, or just points throughout? What do you think? Noon kickoff. So right then, that's just, I don't know. I think both teams are going to try to come out firing. I think they really are. They're going to try to put some points up quick and kind of let the steam off. If Texas is not starting Arch, I think they're definitely going to try to get on the board quick, some home runs quick, and then Pavia on the road at Texas, try to shut that crowd up, try to get up early. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's going to be over-under is only 45.5, so pretty low. Pretty low, right? I think I could see that. I got 27-23 Texas. Okay. So I got the over a little bit, but I think it's going to be a pretty good defensive battle. It's not a lot of points in college football, 27-23.
Okay. No, I like that, man. I like that. I do think it could be a little bit more, though. I think they could go over. I think 28-31 is something I could definitely see happen. I could see this being a kicking battle, just a kicking, just kicking.
Field goal fest.
Yeah, I think we're going to see minimal punts. We're going to see we've been seeing minimal punts past 2 years in college. Fourth down. It's basically 3rd and a half down right here. If it's 4th and 2, it's 3rd down. That's what teams treat it like, I feel like. I do like that because I do think it's going to be interesting nonetheless. But I'm taking Vandy, which leads into our next game: Virginia and Cal. JKS, freshman sensation, one of my favorite young quarterbacks in all the nation, let alone freshman quarterbacks. This one I'm really up in the air about. My heart wants to take JKS for sure. Virginia, I think they're the. I think we've already talked about them, man. In our top 25 poll on Monday, I think the 4 teams rated under them, maybe 5, could all beat Virginia. And you look here on the screen.
Well, I wouldn't say 4. Louisville didn't beat them.
But yeah, it's true. But they could. They're playing a lot better. I think if they played again, Louisville's got them. So, but I 4 right here. I do think Cincinnati, Oklahoma, Missouri, and Texas would all beat Virginia. So I can't look at ranking as it being the reason why I choose Virginia. I got to look at the product and then balling. I just don't think they got it this week. Cal, though, do they have enough to knock them off? This is going to be a low-scoring game. Virginia is going to try to at least keep it low-scoring. I think they're going to be forced into a shootout. They're going to try to, force JKS into some bad decisions, freshman quarterback, and then we'll see Virginia slip in the top 25. That's my prediction. But what do you think are the keys to success for both these teams, and what are you thinking?
I mean, I love the quarterback. JKS is great. The team is not great, though.
No.
It's not great. Anytime they play a good team, it seems like they get beat pretty badly. I mean, San Diego State, 34-0 earlier in the year.
Yeah.
That really scared me.
Sean Lewis is good.
And they lost to Duke, 45-21.
That's concerning.
And they used the Virginia Tech last week. Virginia Tech, interim coach. Bad team, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
but they
you can't lose
won.
to them. I just don't.
They should have won, though. It was overtime.
They lost by 8.
I know, it was overtime.
Oh, they lost.
So I think it was really close. I mean, they shouldn't have went to overtime.
Double OT, oh yeah.
Yeah, they shouldn't have went to overtime. I think that they should have won that game, but I do a loss is a loss, and it's not like Virginia Tech's a world beater, but they could get it done, man. I mean, they're at home. They don't have to worry about traveling. It's still, I don't know. What do you think? You're fading him here. You're fading Cal.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm going Virginia by 6.
By 6.
Yeah, 30-24. 30-24 Virginia. Run game gets it done. Chandler Morris hasn't been throwing around as much as he was earlier in the year.
I know.
They've been going to the run game. Jamari Taylor, Harrison Whaley, Xavier Brown. Got 3 good backs there. I think they own the game.
Love it.
Cal's don't have enough defense. Doesn't have a great O-line. They have a couple good receivers. Tron Grizzle. Shout out to Tron Grizzle.
Shout out. Great name.
Jacob DeJesus. Kendrick Raphael, good back. But, man, you need help on the trenches. And their trenches are severely lacking this year.
Bad, I know.
And always is at Cal, seemingly.
That's why they lost. That's why they lost last week. I mean, JKS is a lefty at that. He's already got some stuff working against him. And when your O-line's not blocking, throw in being a freshman, it's not the greatest success. And, hey, guess what? His receivers aren't the greatest either. So it's impressive when they get a win, because when they're playing well, it's great. But when they got to fix something, I feel like it gets a little too hard for them. I do think they might bounce back and beat Louisville the week after. I really do think that. Watch out. I want them to beat Louisville. I'm just saying that because I love JKS. But give me Virginia. I think it's going to be really close, just like every Cal game has, seemingly except for a couple. Give me Virginia. Give me Virginia. I don't know how. I don't know which way, but they're going to get it done, and it might be low scoring. Yeah. What do you think? Low scoring, high scoring?
30-24, medium.
30-24? I don't hate that.
But I just don't trust Cal against the good teams, man.
Yeah. This would be,
They can't beat a good team. Their best win's freaking Minnesota, I guess.
Yeah. I thought Minnesota, and that's the only game where I thought they were going to lose. And that was the game right there. I turned the corner on Cal. I said, all right, they're real deal. I mean, you beat Row the Boat, and then it's pretty solid. So I really am totally torn on this game. Virginia has nothing that they do that I'm like, oh my gosh, this is every team should be doing this. Why isn't, Chandler Morris is good. He's serviceable, but JKS is better. That's the only thing they got, though, on Virginia is the quarterback. And when you're a freshman, man, it's hard. It's hard. We only see how many true freshmen we have. We have Peyton High. We have like 4 true freshmen starting right now. Um, we should have more, but I think NIL's a big reason why we don't see a few more already touch the field, like Deuce Knight, a couple guys. But we'll see what happens. Cal's going to try to make that interesting and come up with the upset. But let's get into Heisman Haynes here. Everyone's talking about, which is crazy. The craziest year, man. I mean, it's been the craziest year. Haynes King, they're talking about Heisman. They're talking about Brennan Sorsby being a top 50 pick or maybe sneaking into the
Yeah,
first round, which I love some good hype. But this is definitely all came from left field. And Georgia Tech is trying to keep their name up top the ACC, not trying to get complacent. Louisville's on their tail, I think, in the ACC. And they have a tall task of trying to stay focused against NC State, who's always looking to upset someone's season because NC State hasn't been good as people thought. CJ Bailey at quarterback, who I do like. But what do you think? Does the Wolfpack get it done? 7:30 kickoff. What's your thoughts on the game?
man. Georgia Tech, I'm big on. I thought they're going to go undefeated going to Georgia game. I said that all year. But, man, they've been squeaking by,
Yep.
They did good against Pitt. Oh, sorry, I looked at NC State. I was like, they didn't blow out Pitt.
It looks like a
They did good
5.5
against
point
Syracuse,
favorite
but
right now for Georgia Tech.
they just don't blow people out, It'd be Wake Forest by 1. I mean, they almost lost that game. Struggled with Duke and Virginia Tech, too. So they don't blow teams out. That's always the issue with this team, It's like, dang, they could lose one at the end if the ball just don't go their way. If a call don't go their way, But I don't think this is the week. NC State they have a lot of good players, man. They have good offensive players. They're loaded on offense, really. CJ Bailey, Hollywood Smothers, a lot of people's favorite back in the country. Electric. Man, they don't know how to win close games. And when they play ranked teams, they play Notre Dame. They lost 36-7. Georgia Tech's probably not as good as Notre Dame. That far off, right? That'd be a good game, Georgia Tech, Notre Dame.
Oh, hell yeah. For some reason, NC State, I know they don't have like a first, I know they lost Concepcion to the transfer portal. If they had him, this comparison would be dead on. But they remind me of Arizona last year. We have expectations for this team. Good quarterback. All right, cool. We know this name. So some stability there. And then they just lay an egg last year. Arizona did. Kind of like Kansas last year, too. I mean, they kind of remind me of really more like Kansas maybe last year. It was supposed to work out for them.
Jalen Daniels, yeah.
And they were supposed to, have a solid year. And this is the year where everybody finally put some respect on the name. But there's not a lot of respect on their name as 71% of the bettors are taking Georgia Tech in the game. Haynes King, mobile guy, man, 12 touchdowns rushing alone. Only one pick on the year, which is good to see. A lot of mobile quarterbacks, have that problem. That's the reason some coaches take the ball out of their hands to run. They don't want them turning the ball over. But Haynes King does a good job at not doing that. That's why I think people are starting to put the Heisman. There's a big reason. It's because they can't put Cade Klubnik in there. They can't put Drew Aller in there. But Haynes King's not a Heisman guy. Come on, man. I mean, last year, look back at it last year, we're talking Travis Hunter and Gene T. We thought we got tired of that conversation, but that conversation looks like a whole lot more fun to talk about as opposed to this year. Because this year, it looks like, we're just got our binoculars out looking for a guy we can put a Heisman Trophy on, and there's just pretty much only Ty Simpson and Mendoza. When last year, it's like you could have went a couple ways, especially Week 10 last year. I mean, even Cam Ward was still kind of in it at this time last year. Some people still had Cam Ward, but it's just crazy. I don't think Haynes King could be a finalist, though. I would be so surprised, but I would be even more surprised if they lose this week. I do like Georgia Tech still getting it done, even though they're missing some offensive weapons and that firepower, and receivers, because I think Singleton, they're missing him. I'm a broken record.
Yeah,
if they had Eric Singleton, if they wouldn't have lost him, man, which I think if he could turn back time, he probably wouldn't go to Auburn. Probably would stay at Georgia Tech and be a shoo-in for the playoffs. But we'll see what happens. I do think Georgia Tech gets the. Have we picked the same team for the first three?
No, I picked Texas.
Oh yeah, you took the freaking Longhorns.
I did.
Well, I think the Longhorns are going to come up short.
Yeah, I know you do. They might. I'm going on a limb there. I mean,
you pretty much on paper you get blown out by Kentucky on paper, but if Kentucky's Kentucky, yeah, you squeak by that one. But after that game, that's when I can't put anything. And we've seen good teams struggle at Kentucky. I'll give them that credit. Kentucky does put up one good fight every year against a really good team. Every year. Usually it's Georgia. Sometimes it's South
Ole Miss
Carolina.
sometimes.
Yeah, Ole Miss. But they couldn't get it done against Texas. But Texas isn't that good. So it's really it's definitely not good on your record this year if you're struggling against Kentucky and you're just getting outgained like that, man. I think they had like the ball for 20 more minutes than something like that. It was an insane like time difference, and it was 400 to 200 yards. I think it was pretty insane. It just wasn't good stats all across the board for Texas. But let's get into the next game, second half here. We'll see if we have any differences here, which I think we might. Oklahoma, Tennessee, starting off a great second half of the top six here. Oklahoma, fraudulent. Tennessee, less fraudulent. They're talking about Heupel. He's had a very similar record to coaches that are being fired. Brian Kelly, for instance. I think they're saying his record's very similar. And they're saying that Tennessee fans should raise their expectations. I don't agree with that. What are your thoughts on this game? I think Tennessee, Joey Aguilar has had a pretty good year, man. I think people aren't talking about it enough. But I think they get it done here, possibly. Maybe you could steer me the other way. What are your thoughts on it?
I mean, this is a good offense and a bad defense versus a bad offense and a good defense,
Yeah, shout out Brazel.
Tennessee's defense was expected to be really good this year. Again, they have most people coming back from last year. Defense carried them last year to play all the way to the playoff berth. But, man, they just haven't been able to stop anybody. 31 points a game. But they scored 46. Fourth in the country in scoring. Oklahoma on the other side only gives up 12 a game. But they only score 28. Battle of which side's better? I'm going to go with Tennessee's offense, man. I don't trust Mateer anymore. You know how big I was on him last year and
I don't either.
First couple weeks, but since that injury, he just hasn't been slinging the ball. Their offense hasn't clicked. The offense never clicked under Venables. Not once. Not since he's been there. Let's be real. And this is the game that's going to happen. Probably not. I mean, even if they do score 30, Tennessee's probably going to score more.
Yeah.
I just don't see them winning this game, man. Oklahoma's a fake. They were fraud all along. They were ranked 5. I said they're not going to be 5 at all long. Yeah, I knew it. They're not that good. They have a good defense, bad offense. You can't win a lot of games like that in SEC.
I agree. I think they're going to have a hard time here. They got their work cut out for them. Tennessee's a team. Every time you think they're going to bend, they play tough, and they can't go. They have to go against a really deep team with star power to lose. I will give them that credit. Aguilar's a gunslinger, man. 2,300 yards already, 6 picks, gunslinger. But he's got some receivers to where that it works out. Brazel.
Oh yeah, Brazel's nice.
One of my favorite wide receivers in the nation. 8 touchdowns already this year.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Big body. Just a guy. It's fun to watch play football. It's that simple.
Deep threat.
Yeah. And every time you're like, all right, they're going to go to someone else. Nope. Brazel catches it again, and he makes another big play, and that they keep their drive alive. I think they're going to do that, man. This could get ugly. I think this could get ugly.
I was going to say that myself. Wow. Yeah. That's crazy.
I think this could get ugly.
This could be the week. Like Oklahoma really shows they're not very good.
Venables, his seat's right back to being hot. He's had the injury, I think, excuse for a little bit, but that's if you lose close. If you get blown out, all bets are off. No one cares anymore, especially when we got $50 million buyouts happening weekly. They don't care. They're going to get you out. Tennessee, I think, is going to put them to bed here. Oklahoma's got some good recruits coming in. They have to absolutely keep. If they lose a few of these recruits they have right now, like a Deacon Schmidt, they have another guy, I think Bowen, they can't lose them. They can't.
No, that would be bad.
They can't. They need them. They have 3 or 4 guys I can think of right now that are really good. Quarterback, tight end, and they have Deacon Schmidt, offensive line. They can't lose them. If they did, it would get ugly really quick, and AD knows that. If this is a blowout, could see some change in Oklahoma, and that could shake up this coaching carousel even more. We know some stuff is going to open up, but if Oklahoma throws their hat in there, I mean, yeah, it could get insane, and then we officially don't have enough good coaches to go around. If Oklahoma opens up this year, we officially, because some people want to get your thoughts here on before we get our last 2 games in. Some people are saying Dan Lanning is good as gone at Oregon. What do you think on him?
To where?
I was seeing a report today. They said he is. I don't want to get the percentage wrong. It was 60% one team, 40% the other, and neither were Oregon. One was LSU with Dan Lanning, but the other one, it wasn't Arkansas. It wasn't It was somewhere else. I probably should have looked it up, but I seen it.
Somebody besides Florida and Penn State?
It could have been Florida. It might have been Florida. I don't think it was Florida.
I didn't see it. So that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, well, I saw it today, and they said the report saying he's good as gone, and Oregon's like not even a question. Like he's just choosing between two other schools right now. One of them being LSU, which I think is the only fit besides Oregon at this day and age. Bama, yeah, he did pass up on Bama to go to Oregon. He did pass up or stay at Oregon, but I think the only reason he did that, he didn't want to follow up Saban.
They can offer him now.
Huh?
He can offer him.
No,
Bama's not.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's the only place besides LSU I could see a good fit for him.
DeBoer's trying to prove himself, man. He's turned it around real quick.
Yeah, he has. He has.
We were down on him when they hired him. That showed us no signs not to be last year. First week, terrible. It's like, all right, DeBoer, his writing's on the wall. And then, wow, 4 straight ranked wins, and Bama's back. Not all the way, but
it doesn't make me. It's crazy. I'm gonna say this. It doesn't make me believe in DeBoer more. It just makes me believe in Bama more, because a Heisman Trophy winner can mask a lot of things. Go look over in Boulder, Colorado right now. Go look what a Heisman a winner covered up for them in a good quarterback. Guess what? You take away the Heisman winner, what do you have? I think Ty Simpson's probably going to be a Heisman winner. I really do. I think him or Mendoza. If you had to put me a gun to my head and say pick a Heisman winner, I'm gonna pick Ty Simpson right now. And I think Ty Simpson's getting a lot of these wins as opposed to DeBoer. That's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of that. I'm afraid of Ty Simpson leaving next year in Bama, right back to saying, "What are we doing? Was this just Ty Simpson saving us last year?" That's the only scenario I think for Bama. I'm still kind of out on DeBoer. I'm on the fence. I wouldn't say I'm out. I'm on the fence still. But Dan Lanning leaving Oregon,
man,
I mean, he's a tough son of a gun, dude. He's tough. He's an SEC guy. He's tough. You look into his eyes, he's just fiery SEC. He's been in the SEC. He's been there. He's won there as a coordinator. I hate that it makes sense, because I would like to see him bring Oregon their first national championship. I hate that Dan Lanning makes sense at an LSU. But I hope it's maybe Lane or Dan. What do you think? What's the odds he leaves Oregon? Is there any smoke to that at all?
I mean, if he's getting paid more, yeah, man.
But how can he get paid more? Phil Knight can write off any check, because he not only has a deal with Oregon, because Phil Knight doesn't hire and fire. He not only has a deal with Oregon, Dan Lanning has a Nike deal, which I don't think a lot of people know.
Well,
he has a separate Nike deal where he would have to get bought out of his Nike deal.
If he leaves for less, that tells you something bad, actually. That means he don't believe in the future.
Yeah.
At Oregon and the team he set up there. If he's leaving for less money, I mean, that's what it says to me. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think it does. I think that's just, it says one thing, recruiting, which doesn't make sense to me.
Not at Oregon.
Because Oregon should have zero problem with recruiting.
They don't either.
I'm on record saying if I was a recruit here now in 2025, how do you not go to Oregon?
All right. That'd probably be my second choice, you know. If you don't have a favorite team like you don't, yeah, I'll Oregon all day.
How do you not go to Oregon? If Oregon's calling you and all the other ones are calling you with all the gear, the Nike, just the connections, it's nice out there in Oregon. It's pretty. I mean, you're in the Big Ten. You're not in the SEC. It's definitely not the same, in my opinion. Oregon could have a 3-week stretch where they play USC, Washington, UCLA. Stay on the West Coast. Dan Lanning, if you're a player, you go to the SEC, you're looking at LSU, Bama, Florida. LSU, Bama, Ole Miss 3 weeks in a row. That's a lot different.
Oh, yeah.
And that's where I'm like, I just don't see a scenario where Dan Lanning leaves. But that is the only scenario, is LSU. That's where this thing is getting crazy. It's getting really interesting. But let's get into the last 2 games here, Dalton. We got USC and Nebraska. Maybe tied for my first favorite game on here. If USC would have won last week, definitely USC would have so much steam. But Raiola, he's played well, man. after the first couple weeks, he didn't look good. I know he's not fun to look at and watch. The whole personality is definitely a red flag. The whole Mahomes, I know who he's being for
Yeah.
Halloween. He's being Mahomes, but he has been playing good. I got to give him credit where credit's due. This is a really hard game for me. I like Maeva more as a quarterback. Makai Lemon, first round receiver. But there's been the question that's been since the first week for USC is their defense. Are they going to be able to stop a nosebleed? But can Nebraska punch them hard in the mouth to even start a nosebleed? What do you think about the game and who is going to win and how are they going to get it done?
I think USC. I mean, it's a playoff elimination game. If you look at Nebraska's schedule, if they win this game, they probably don't lose again.
I know.
I mean, they got UCLA, Penn State, and Iowa. They could go 10-2.
Yep.
It might get you in the playoffs.
I know. It's scary.
It's a huge game for Nebraska, man. Biggest game of Matt Rule's return since he's been at Nebraska by far. Home game. Got your quarterback that everybody loves, raves about, coming in last year. I'm not really talked about as much this year.
No.
Which is a good thing because there's other guys playing better. But he's been solid, man. He's 6 picks, 17 tutties. Kind of similar to Aguilar, a little gunslinger action.
For sure.
But I just don't trust him to win a big game still.
No, I don't either. I think there is still chatter of Rule leaving. I think if Nebraska wins, it's because USC's defense lost, not because Nebraska won.
Yeah.
I just don't think they could score enough points to keep up and to really expose their defense enough. They're going to have to get up early. Yeah, man, this is hard. I really do like Jade Maeva and Nebraska. I mean, I just don't think they can get it done, man. I don't believe in them. I have a question here because Nebraska, like you said, if they win this game, they could possibly win out and find themselves in the playoff, which I don't know if that's an indictment on the expanded playoff, especially this year. But I do like it. What team is on the bubble along with Nebraska that's really hoping that USC wins this week? Cincinnati.
Cincinnati lost to Nebraska, though. So, I mean, they might want Nebraska to win.
So they
might want Nebraska to win.
Wins.
They want Nebraska to win, probably. If they finish with one loss, Cincinnati don't want to lose again either way. Or they're going to have to win the Big 12 championship.
Well, Cincinnati wants Nebraska to lose the next two.
Well, but Cincinnati hasn't lost a game in the conference yet, though. They're undefeated in Big 12 play.
Right, that's where it gets interesting. So we have so many teams that are becoming on the bubble.
There's still a lot of bubble teams you don't think about. Like Wake Forest is 5-2.
Oh, bull.
Hey.
Don't stone.
I'm talking theoretical. So on the bubble, if you have 2 losses or less in a power conference, you could still make the playoff. Wake Forest wins out, they're in.
Wake Forest sucks, and they're not going to win out.
They beat SMU.
That's because SMU sucks.
I know. I was right about them this year. I wish I was wrong. Because I like Rhett. But I said they were going to fall off, man, and they did. Kevin Jennings took the step backwards there.
Hell yeah, he did. 2 steps back. He's doing the freaking cha-cha slide.
Yeah, 12 points against Wake Forest.
Yeah.
Anyways, USC needs to win to keep their playoff hopes alive. They still got to play Oregon later in the year. That's the only problem for them. Their schedule's a lot harder than Nebraska. So, realistically, Nebraska got a better chance to make the playoffs, I think, between these two teams. But I don't think they're going to win this game. I think USC wins. They put up 34 on them. Our offense is too good for Nebraska's D. Nebraska's always got a good defense, but not this year. It's not as good as usual. You know, they don't got no standouts.
Okay. I like that. I think Nebraska's man, this is a really hard one. Jade Maiev is good. Makai Lemon's good. But you can't play defense for your defense, you know? But is Raiola good enough to expose them for 4 quarters straight? And then I got to ask myself, again, it's sad. It doesn't take 4 quarters to beat USC. You got to have 2 really good quarters probably, and you're good on USC. 2 really good quarters where you don't turn the ball over and you keep them from scoring. You just got to put some points up, and you're going to beat USC. I know it's easier said than done. But, man, I do think Nebraska's going to lose a game. I don't know what the rest of their schedule looks like. I have to look at it. But if they do win this game, I don't think they're going to win out. I hate to say it. Give me the Cornhuskers, even though I think Rule's leaving. And this right here could be the reason why. If you're a Nebraska fan and you really like Matt Rule, you kind of want to lose this game. You don't want Matt Rule to get hot in Nebraska You don't want his name to get hot with all these jobs opening. That's the last thing you want. Because I'm not the biggest Matt Rule guy, but I mean, he's the best option for a lot of schools, a few schools.
Yeah, a few. Yeah.
So I think if you're a Nebraska fan, you might want Jade Maeva to absolutely ball. So you're not looking for a coach again. I mean, if they win out, if Nebraska wins out, the rules pick your job. Pick your job.
Yeah.
So that's
yeah,
scary.
you're right, man.
That's a scary scenario. We'll see how that plays out. Shout out to everyone coming in. We got a big announcement here at the end of the show. I know we've been hinting at it, but we finally got some stuff finalized and we're good to go. We'll announce that at the end. All right, last game here, Dalton. This is possibly my favorite game of the week. Now we've talked about all these other games. It probably is my favorite game. I love this game. It's late night. It's going to be the last game of the night. If you're betting, either you're going to be up, you're playing with house money, or you're going to be on the get back. Either way, Cincinnati, Utah. Utah's not new to this. They're true to this. They played late night. But guess what? Devin Dampier, he might, we'll see. First game back, looked like he's going to be good to go. He's back for the Utes. His great offensive line, I think it's the second best offensive line in the nation behind Texas A&M's. He's got Fanu. He's got Caleb Lomu. 2 first-rounders. But Devin Dampier, he's going to really have to play clean this game. He cannot turn the ball over. He can't. Because there's a guy and there's a train catching some steam, and it's coming downhill right now. And it's the Brendan Sorsby hype train. We scouted Brendan Sorsby. We did here with quarterbacks on Draft Professor. Brendan Sorsby was one of the 3, and he was possibly the best of the 3. Him and Cole Payton and Luke Altmaier were the 3. Really good 3 to compare.
Yeah, similar.
Yeah, similar. You got an FCS guy who I think is got a lot of promise, but we previewed them. And Brendan Sorsby, man, 230 pounds. He's a guy who can run. He's got a zip on the ball, natural zip. Good intermediate thrower, and he's really good at read option. He's deliberate in his read option. I think he's better at read option than Dampier. I really do think that. Watch the tape, roll it. You watch Dampier.
2 best in the country, probably.
He either gives it off too late to the running back or doesn't pull it quick enough, and it hurts his linemen sometimes getting momentum. And if you watch, Brendan Sorsby does not do that. He makes his decision. He sticks with it. He either keeps it or he tucks it every single time, and he does it quick. And it stands out. It's good enough to where it really stands out. He makes the right decision in the read option every single time. I think he's going to be 4 quarters of right decisions again. We're going to see if Corleone on the defensive side for Cincinnati can have a big game on the end. Now, give me some key players here. Who's going to show out, Dalton, and who you going with? Because I don't know who you're going to go with right here. I think I could see you definitely picking either or these teams.
Oh yeah, it's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. They're so similar.
Yeah,
this year, teams they both love to run. They just love to run the ball. We're not gonna throw it unless we have to. Really, stop our run, then we'll throw it. Cincinnati got 3 guys at 400 yards rushing already. Tavy Walker, Evan Pryor. It's gonna come down to Evan Pryor, I think, for Cincinnati, man. He's just such a big play threat. He's averaging 7 yards per carry this year. Yeah. So he's just Yeah, he's one of the biggest, big play threats in the country, especially at this level. He just needs more carries. They don't give him more than 13 rushes. 13 carries is the most he's gotten this year. But man, Cincinnati's playing really good right now.
Hell yeah, they are.
That win over Baylor.
Yep.
By 21.
Both of these teams are coming off impressive.
I can't believe they won by that much.
Utah smacking Colorado in the absolute mouth.
One of the worst performances I've ever seen that first half.
Ever.
I guess a backup, too. I mean, the backup played great ball, but dang.
400 yards in the first half.
To negative yards.
To negative 18 yards in the first half. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if anyone's seen the clip. I'm sure most people have. They're on goal line. Jordan Seaton and the other couple of offensive linemen are trying to get Staub, the quarterback, to get under center. I'm like, let's run this quarterback sneak. He flat out refuses. He says, no, I'm not going. And stays in the gun because he knew he was going to take a shot. I've never seen that on a football field. It's the craziest. It's one of the craziest things I've seen. They're in their stance. They're turned around. They're looking at Staub like, come on, get under center. We're about to try to get this touchdown. And he's saying no. And he stays in the gun, takes a loss. And it's a crazy clip. It's a crazy clip. And it's a pretty much a clip that sums up Colorado football this year. I think I'm one of the few that can really talk about Colorado and really be real because I can go get my Shadur Colorado jersey from the closet. I supported them early on because there was a lot to support. And at first, people were just hating, but it ain't just hating. It's really disrespectful from the players. Your coach is fighting cancer all summer, and you pull up with this shit. You all give up that 400 yards in your. I know he's not the best coach, and he's got things to improve on, but he's fighting for his life, and you all don't play hard for that man is beyond me. I do think he has got a problem with putting his foot down and really giving it to some of the guys he's hired. I think he doesn't really want to be a hated guy. He cares about what people say about him too much. He cares way too much.
Yeah, for a coach, for sure.
You look at Dan Lanning, don't give a shit what anybody has to say about him. You look at Ryan Day, he gives a rat's ass. Those are two guys you don't look at who they really don't care what you think. You go to be anyone successful in any profession, doesn't care. But he means well. This is the first time though, man. He's ever had to really coach up his quarterback. He's always had his son, who's good. He's a Hall of Famer, one of the best athletes of all time. It's hard for him to explain things because things have come so natural to him. But that performance, man, that was it was crazy. It's nuts. 400 yards in the first half. That's nuts. That's nuts. So Utah's coming off a big win. They're trying to replicate that. Cincinnati's trying to keep their playoff hopes alive, man. If Cincinnati's in the playoffs, man, that'd be crazy. And then they is that a guarantee host?
If they win the Big 12 championship.
You said what?
If they win the Big 12 championship, I think.
They get the host?
But
I might have to go to that.
They got to play Louisville, hopefully, in the first round.
If Louisville, yeah, that would be an amazing game.
Let's get Louisville, Cincy.
Louisville, Cincinnati.
Please.
Well, that would be really like Indiana, Notre Dame last year, right? Because didn't Indiana and Notre Dame play first round of the playoffs last year?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was a really big game. It was in state. I think they would love that. The committee would love that. The whole nation would love that. Who wouldn't love that? So
just got to see Satterfield versus Louisville, man. If he wins, that'd be crazy.
I know. Jeff Brom's I've talked to my brother today. Jeff Brom's leaving. Jeff Brom's getting a bag he cannot refuse. A bag that Louisville can't match.
Yeah, he's going somewhere, I know.
They just can't. I don't know where he's going to go. I have no prediction. But I do think Jeff Brom's going to be leaving Louisville. We'll see what happens. But let's get the pick.
It'd be crazy if he went to Arkansas, bro.
If it looked like Petrino. Oh, my gosh.
Wouldn't that be so Louisville sports, though?
I do.
It would just be crazy.
I don't think Arkansas does a better job than Louisville.
Then he keeps Petrino as OC. All right, I'm just thinking crazy.
No, that would be insane.
He wouldn't keep Petrino. Probably bring Brom with him, but
because Brahman,
he'll probably bring his son with him.
They coached together at WKU. I mean,
yeah.
When he was looking at me, I mean, he was OC at WKU. It was in between the time, so it was in between the time before he knew he was going to be the head coach. So in between the change, right before Petrino left, because they was only together for 1 year. And I don't think they coached together anywhere else. I don't think so. Because Brom started off at FAU. Schnellenberger got him in the game, really introduced a lot to him. And then I think before FAU, he was quarterback coach at Tulsa. Jeff Brom was. But, yeah, it's going to be a heck of a game. I think he's definitely leaving. If we see Louisville in the playoff, I won't be surprised. I would be surprised now just because of if you look at the James Madison game and to think that they were going to improve after that and rally. I didn't think that. But give me your pick here, Dalton. Cincinnati, Utah. Who you got?
Taking the Utes.
Man.
I got to.
Just
at home. That's the only reason. That's really the difference maker here, man. These teams are so even to me.
They're really even.
Taking the home team here, and I don't feel good about it. But, man, after last week, they looked like they're dialed in.
Overtime or no overtime?
This is highest chance of any game on here for sure. But nah, I'll say no. But I would not be shocked at all, man. It's gonna come down to the last play.
The last play. Man, I really want to take Cincy here, but the offensive line in me, man, it just really wants to stick with the better O-line. That's what wins games.
Yeah.
But a good D-line has to expose the O-line Uh, man, I don't know.
Tough one.
Sorsby's really growing on me, man. He really has, and
Yeah.
Dan Pierre's not. I thought Dan Pierre would have a better year. I know he's coming off injury, and that concerns me. The offensive line can't throw the ball. The offensive line can only block. Can Satterfield, if Satterfield gets a win at Utah, late night game, that's very impressive.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would be impressed. I would say I was impressed. I will say it. I'll admit it if he does it. But
Okay, before I make my pick
I'm not
here,
gonna be shocked if they lose, man. If
no,
Utah loses, but
no, because Utah was struggling before last week,
yeah.
and they played Colorado. Can we really take that as how much substance are we getting out of that?
I mean, Colorado beat Iowa State.
They suck.
Colorado's at least look competent this year, though, against everybody else.
I don't know about that. I really don't know about that. The Iowa State game, that's going to be their best performance of the year by far.
They ain't got blown out by nobody else, though. I mean, they only lost BYU by 3. They lost to TCU by 14. Georgia Tech by 7. So I mean,
That was week 1.
yeah, but still.
I know. You got a good point, but the play is not matched the score with them, I guess. I really want to take Cincinnati. Okay, before I make my pick, Nebraska, Cincinnati, if they both win, are they both playoff bound?
Nebraska still might not get into 10-2 with their schedule.
Really?
Depends on how many other teams are there.
The Cornhusker fans will riot.
Depends on how many other teams are there
I know.
with the same record, but
Yeah, that's a good point.
they ain't gonna have no great win.
We're gonna see a play-in.
Eventually, yeah.
We gotta have a play-in. This is a perfect year for a play-in. Perfect year.
That's basically what the first round is.
I know.
Play-in.
I know. I hate that. I hate that because that has the best thing I love about the whole playoffs is a home game. That's the coolest shit ever. We've never had that. We didn't have it in the BCS system. In the bowl game, you never really get to play a bowl game at home. Conference championships, bunch of those neutral sites. So I mean, that's a big deal to have a playoff game at home.
Oh yeah.
I remember looking at the Indiana Notre Dame tickets last year, bro. They were like $1,300 just to get in the door.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy shit.
Yeah.
It was a crazy price just to get in the door, and that's good for football. I mean, just to show you how many people, it goes to show you how many people want to go to that game and how much it means to them. So I think a play-in game would be cool, especially with the conference. I think you got to get rid of conference championship games at this point. I think you got to. What are you gaining? I think for G5, keep them all day. But P4, I don't think any conference championship game should happen.
I agree.
This is a prime example of it. If Nebraska goes to the Big Ten championship and loses, that's going to look horrible on them. And it shouldn't. And I hate that I'm defending Nebraska right now. But give me Cincinnati. Give me Cincinnati over the Utes. I got to go with them. 45-point victory over Colorado. Or 50. They scored 50. It's like 53-7. But I might regret it. If Cincinnati loses, I'm never taking them ever again in my life. Ever. Sorsby, come in clutch for me, man. Come on. Give me Sorsby. So let's go ahead and review the picks before we get out of here, Dalton. All right. I got Vandy. I got... I want to take Cal because who does Virginia really have besides Chandler Morris? Who do they have?
Cho Harris. Jamari Taylor. That's about it. Sage Ennis.
Oh, man, this is such a hard one. Cal on a Friday night or a Saturday night, or the fans, it's actually early for them, right? So it's going to be a 9 a.m. kickoff for Cal.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, give me Virginia.
No, that can't be right.
Or is it at Virginia?
Oh, 3:45.
3:45, okay, cool.
Just, yeah.
All right, perfect. All right, give me Cal. I'm going Cal. Vandy, Cal, Georgia Tech, Tennessee, possible blowout, Nebraska, Cincy. What you got, Dalton?
Texas, Virginia, Georgia Tech, Tennessee, USC, Utah. A lot of differences this week.
Yes. Past 2 weeks, we've had a lot of similar picks. And then this week, I think it's definitely going to shift some stuff. I think this week or after next week, the playoffs. Are we going to get a better playoff picture after this week or worse? I think we might possibly get worse. We might. There might be more teams in playoff contention next week than there are this week, which is crazy.
I mean,
Usually it's supposed to go
yeah,
the opposite. The more we're supposed to go into the season, the list is supposed to trickle down, trickle
you're right.
down.
Because if Texas loses, then
It's going to
that's
get bigger.
another team in contention. Because Vandy only has 2 losses still, so both of them are in.
Yes.
I mean, if Georgia Tech loses, they're still in contention, so it won't even affect it. Yeah, I mean, but there are teams get eliminated too. I mean, Tennessee, Oklahoma, one of them's out.
Oh,
Whoever
yeah.
loses, that's out.
Oklahoma's gone. See you.
And then you're gonna see Nebraska losers out. So I mean, there's some elimination games too. Utah got 2 losses as well, right?
Yes.
So Utah has to win as well.
Oh, yeah.
So
They're not gonna.
must win for Utah. A lot of big games this week.
Oh,
You know, and on paper it ain't the best, but that's usually the craziest weeks in college football. There's going to be an upset or two that nobody saw coming.
Always. We're going to have some overtime games, just like last week. We had some overtime fun with Cal themselves being in the overtime game. Yeah, I think we're going to see some fireworks for sure, some unsuspected fireworks, especially in that Cincinnati game. I think that's going to be possibly the best game. Shout out to everyone in here. We had over 200 people live last episode, which is crazy. That was all-time best for us. So shout out everyone here, and I really appreciate you all. We're going to have a little change to the show as of next week. So Monday, when you see us at noon, we'll have a little change. We're proud to announce that we have officially got our first sponsor.
Yeah.
Shout out. We got our first sponsor here, Home Squad Sports, for the show. Next week, in between us, you'll see that sponsor that is yet to be named. And everything's here. It came in. We're got to set some stuff up, and we're really excited, man. I was wondering when the day will come and finally get somebody to, believe in us and, show us some love and some sponsor because, it's really the name of the game, trying to get their name out there, trying to get our name out there. And I think it's going to be cool. I think it's going to have some good things, and especially for next season and the off season. The off season's where I think it's going to come. So we go to these camps, and the sponsor that we're ready to announce is going to help us out a lot with that.
Yeah, it's going to be all, we can, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, we can do a lot of cool stuff, which will be announced. So stay tuned Monday at noon. You'll be able to see who our new sponsor is for the show, for Home Squad Sports. And we really appreciate everyone that's been rocking with us. We wouldn't be able to, get any sort of sponsorship or, any sort of love there if it wasn't for you all. We really appreciate it. Let's get into some other news here. Trying to see comments here. Let's see. Someone said best job in the world is a fired college football coach. I totally agree with that. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, what a job. What a job.
I agree. Best that and like a third string quarterback, right? I mean, you're just you're not getting in the game, so that's always nice. So yeah, I agree. If you're a fired coach right now, I mean, if you have, what do you do? Like, what do you do? What do you plan the next 6 months out? If you have $50 million coming into you, it's just like you already had money to begin with. There's no such thing as a broke coach coaching Power 4 college or G5. You got some money. So it's like, you're getting more of it. You don't have to do, these coaches are used to waking up at 4 a.m, going to the facility, not coming home until 10 at night, 11 at night, sometimes later. And now that's gone. You have your whole day free. What do you do? I think we're going to see some more coaches have to answer that question here after this week. Dalton, before we head out of here, do we see any coaches get fired before our Monday show?
Whoever loses the Kentucky game.
Really?
They play each other this week.
Do you? Yeah, I know. And I don't even think the ADs really necessarily want to do it at this week. They have to.
That's all it's about. Yeah.
These ADs are not too thrilled about having to make this next hire because their job's on the line if it's the next hire's wrong. It's stress, man. It's stress. Everybody's stressed right now. Not too many programs are riding high, and guess what? There's only one riding high right now. It's Ohio State.
No, Indiana.
Ohio State and Indiana's
Texas A&M.
They got Cincinnati locked up, an extension. They're good to go. And year 3 of a coach, they always say it's the year. Well, guess what? Cincinnati's been able to do it year 1, year 2, and Probably looking at a playoff run. Do they get a playoff win this year?
Oh yeah.
Cincinnati definitely gets one, right? No ways in the championship though. Baby steps, or is he in the championship? Matchups? All depends on matchups.
They can make it.
They can make it. But I could see Ohio State beating the shit out of them. You can't. You can see Pons climbing 2 ladders.
They're gonna win.
Pons is gonna hit a growth spurt.
Ohio State's gonna win.
Jeremiah Smith.
Ohio State's gonna win. Jeremiah Smith showed you could scheme around him, take him out the game. Texas did it last year. Just double him. Make Carnell Tate beat you. He's really good too.
Which
but then you put Pons on Tate, and then I don't know. It ain't gonna be a blowout.
Pons on Tate.
Yeah. It won't be a blowout. It'd be a close game. Ohio State would beat Indiana every time, I think. But, man, I don't think it'd be a blowout, dude.
Give me your Final Four.
Let's go Indiana and Ohio State. Let's go. I'm still going Georgia
Oh, wow. Kirby.
and Bama. 2 SEC, two Big Ten duking it out.
I think every week I feel like from Sunday to Friday, and I'm guilty of this too, we forget about Kirby Smart. Every week. Every week, as soon as Sunday turns around, we forget Kirby Smart's a really, really, really good coach.
I can't wait till that game this week, man.
I know.
We got the Gators. First game with the interim coach. See how things work out. See how things work out. See if it looks any better, or if we just get the doors blown off of us by the dogs.
You could. You definitely could. We have not talked about
Only
any other
7.5
game.
point spread.
What's the spread?
7.5.
That's respectable. SEC.
I don't mind that.
Yeah. No, for sure. I think
If we keep
else,
it, hey, if we lose by 7, bro, I'll be happy.
50 and a half on the over and under. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, our defense is pretty good. Our offense sucks.
Notre Dame is favored 28 and a half against Boston College. I think Boston College covers.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe not. Well, okay, we got to talk about Pitt. They're trying to go 7-2 here. Mason Heinchel, freshman sensation quarterback who we got to see throw last year at Elite 11 before he was on campus there, and now he's just straight up ripping it up, man. He's going to beat Stanford.
Oh, yeah.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. 8-2, huh? If he was started all year, who knows, man? Who knows? They might have beat Louisville.
They would be in the playoffs.
They probably beat Louisville for sure.
They'd be in the playoffs. They would have beat Louisville for sure. And
They should beat them anyways.
Who else did they lose to?
I don't know. Let me see.
They lost to somebody else. It was really close.
Yeah. I forgot who else. Oh, they lost to freaking West Virginia. Somehow.
That's crazy.
In overtime.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, I think they might be in the playoffs next year. We got to watch out for Pitt.
I swear, man. All it takes is a next level quarterback. He looks like it so far. He hasn't played a bad game at all.
Yeah, he hasn't, man. Shout out to him. I think he's got a hell of a future, and he's in a great spot. He's probably going to stay put. Doesn't have to worry about,
That'd be cool, man. Pitt used to be so good.
Yeah, for some reason, I just don't think he'll leave no matter what.
It'd be nice to see Pitt be good because before we were around, they were winning titles all the time.
Yeah,
man. 7 or 8 titles all time.
8 or 9.
Yeah.
The 8 or 9 national championships. Yeah.
One of the most disrespected teams just because, they've been good the past 20 years. Since Larry left, I guess, really.
Yeah. It's cool that we only we have 2 games this week at 10 o'clock. We have Hawaii and San Jose. Hawaii is usually, that 10 o'clock slot. But those are the South Carolina Ole Miss. Let's talk about that before we head out. Can South Carolina – I really kind of wanted to put them in the top 6.
They should have won last week.
I know. They could pull it off, though. Lenore Sellers – he could just put the team on his
They
back.
can't win close games.
It's true.
Nope. They can't.
That's why I didn't put him on here.
That's why I didn't either.
Bad coaching, man. Bad scheme, bad coaching.
The only other game I would put on there is North Texas Navy, man.
Wow.
The AAC matchups.
Great.
One loss, North Texas versus undefeated Navy. Huge implications for the playoffs, actually. For the group of 5. Huge.
I think this is a big game for Arizona State.
Navy, you got like the top 10 hardest schedule left, though, in the country.
Who?
Navy does.
Really?
They got to play North Texas, Notre Dame, Memphis, and South Florida.
Well, North Texas.
So if Navy wins out, they're in the playoff.
And North Texas quarterback Drew Mestermaker was a part of our first ever co-MVP from Week 9. 600 yards passing. 4 touchdowns. Navy's going to try to keep him at bay if they can. If any team can, that's them. Horvath, Tebow Jr.
Yeah, him and Heidenreich, man.
Quarterback for Navy. And then Mason Heinchel, who we just mentioned, obviously ripping it up. a part of our Week 9 co-MVP as well. We'll see who gets Week 10 MVP. Could it be anybody from our top 6? We don't know. We don't discriminate. If you show out, we're going to put you on here. And like we said, we had 3 guys show out. We had to shout out to everyone that's been tuning in, man. Cannot believe that it's been already 10 weeks. We're going to turn around. It's going to be week 12, week 13. It's going to be conference championships here before we know it. Shout out to everyone that's been tuning in. We're going to have some guests here. Now, since the transfer portal opened, probably going to maybe have a couple transfer portal guys come on because I really don't want any high school players to come on the show because they got playoffs to worry about, trying to win a state championship. But transfer portal, some of these guys are already off campus.
Oh, yeah.
They're not playing. So we might look into that, have a couple transfer portal
That'd
guys.
be cool.
Yeah, on the show off their highlights and see where their next home may or may not be. But that pretty much rounds about does it, man. A lot of coaching talk. I feel like the whole nation's just been talking about coaches the past 3 weeks. Rightfully so. We've never seen this much shakeup during a season. I don't think we'll never see this again either.
But I don't know. Maybe the new thing.
Is it? I think it's going to be maybe it's going to be a 2-year thing, man. I think each coaches are going to get 2 years, 3 years. If you don't show any promise, it's kind of like NFL. If you're not a 1-year guy or 2-year guy, we have some serious questions of why we're going to bring you on.
Yeah.
That's the NFL and that's college. That's what they're doing to high school players. A lot of colleges, I've seen college coaches, they say, if we don't see you getting on the field as a freshman or right at the door of it, we're not recruiting you, which is so crazy to me. I think it's backwards, but that's the name of the game. Shout out to everyone here coming in. We just hit over 100 live at the end, so that's really cool. Shout out to everybody. New sponsor, man. We're going to try to get some more sponsors for the season. Ohio's high school recruiting and Ohio NIL. They might be doing that for the next season. Next 45 days, high school players are eligible for NIL in Ohio. I don't think we're going to get into it next 45 days. There's no reason. We're going to see what the courts do. But if they make that a permanent thing, just know NIL merch. We're going to be doing some player merch for that stuff. High school is really coming to an end, man. Bryshon Brown, our guy, quarterback Bryshon Brown out of Winton Woods High School. He's going to NIU next year. I believe they start playoffs this week. A lot of our guys, man, trying to win state championships. Trying to think of the top of my head who's still in the running, looking good for a state championship. Terry Walker, get well soon. Terry Walker, future Duke quarterback.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, had his season cut short, but the best is yet to come for Terry Walker. And yeah, man, we're in talk with some programs, guys looking for players. We're starting to kind of build that bridge with some coaches and send prospects their way and that they're looking at. Shout out to our guy Jameer Spain, who's a redshirt quarterback right now, freshman, and just know you will be hearing that name here pretty soon. But that pretty much wraps it up for Home Squad Sports. A little bit longer of a show today. Shout out to everyone that's been rocking with us. But we got a big week ahead. Not too many more shows. I mean, we do 2 shows a week. And as soon as the season ends, we go down to 1 show a week.
It's not as much to talk about, man.
Yeah, so, hey, anytime we could be on here and have some more time with you all, we'll take it. We really appreciate it. The best is yet to come. More fun stuff. We got camps coming up. We got bowl games coming up. We don't have it greenlit yet, but more than likely, we might see us at a bowl. Depends on scheduling and things like that. But Home Squad Sports, we may be at our first bowl. We will be in Miami of Ohio at Toledo in 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Middle of the week.
Wednesday night, I think.
Yeah, we'll be in the press box there talking, keeping you up to date, keeping some guys on our radar. Last game we was at, sitting next to a couple NFL scouts, just talking ball, which is crazy.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, talked to scouts for some big teams. Guys have been doing it for a long time. And, man, anytime we see some players, we're going to tell them, hey, you should look at this guy. You should look at this guy. And that's what we're going to be doing for high school. High school recruits, send us your tapes. 2027 recruits, send us your tapes. Scouting has started for 2027. I've already started looking at tapes. We get tapes sent every week from all classes. keep them coming. We got a prospect database, and we have watch lists coming out. I mean, guys on our watch list from last year, they've already moved up in the rankings. Guys like Israel Abrams, who's what? He's like top 12 quarterback in the nation
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't rated that high at all last year. And guys, we can't wait to show you as their season progresses. Before we head out, Dalton, you got any last words for the people? Next time we see you, it will be a Week 10 recap, and we will be heading into Week 11.
Let's hope your team wins, unless you're a Georgia fan or a Tennessee fan. Pretty much, everybody else can win. Everybody else can win. Have a good weekend.
Hell yeah! Have a weekend. Hoping your team wins it. My Green Bay Packers in the NFL are rolling.
Yeah,
One of the best teams in the league. And Micah Parsons.
man,
Thank you so
Scatterboo
much.
injury.
Scatterbo's hurt. Giants.
Man, we
Giants-
can't have nothing nice, dude. I mean, Neighbors and Scatterboo both hurt. We'd be freaking dogs if we had both of them.
Yeah, we're. I really do think. I don't think there's teams playing better right now than Packers, Rams, and Rams got Puka Nacua out, so he's got to come back and play good. We'll see what happens.
The Chiefs are playing the best again, dude.
They're not. Rasheed Rice is back, playing good for them. But if the Packers played them right now, I swear I have no issues. I mean, it'd be a close game, but we'd be just fine. Our defense, Micah Parsons will hit Travis Kelce so hard. Taylor Swift's album might knock down 3 slots in the Billboard Top 100. He's going to knock him so hard. She might make a whole song about Micah Parsons. He might hit that dude so hard.
They'd beat y'all, bro.
Huh?
They'd beat y'all.
How?
Because they're better.
You know how good our defense.
They're better than y'all.
Did you watch the Steelers game?
Yeah.
Quay Walker. We got Edge out there, Edrin.
Yes, I watched y'all against a 40-year-old. Not Mahomes. Mahomes dog. Come on.
We have
They're back, dude. They're winning every game again by a lot. They're blowing teams out again. Chiefs are back. They're playing. They might not even lose another game all freaking
year. We got
year.
Christian Watson back. Did you see Christian Watson?
Oh, now you're a Christian Watson fan.
If you're balling, I'm a fan of you. Yes, he's balling.
Now he's a Watson fan.
Yeah.
He's always hated on Christian Watson.
Because
now he's a fan.
Now he's good. So that's why I like you.
He had a good week.
He had a good week.
He
A
had a
good
good
first week back.
Yeah,
And then we
he had a
got
good
Jaden Reed coming back. Imagine when we got Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, Tucker Kraft, Musgraves,
Dobbs,
Savion Williams getting his first
Golden.
touchdown last week. He got his first touchdown last week. He's looking good. That's 6 guys.
You got Golden too.
Yeah, and Golden, Matthew Golden. Exactly, rookie. We don't even need him. And we got him. And guess what? It's 7 guys who you got to watch out for. Oh, yeah, Josh Jacobs. He can catch too. He's pretty good. So shout out to the Packers. Got to give my Packers some love. Haven't done that too much on here. So shout out to them. We didn't get the jersey hung up because we just haven't.
Oh, well.
But the jersey will be hung up here soon. Shout out to Home Squad, man. Shout out to everyone here. We'll be having this at camps for all of our MVPs. And we have merch coming soon. I've said it like past 4 or 5 episodes. But, we want to come out with some solid merch. We got a few designs that are looking solid. Send some out to some players, some MVPs possibly. Stuff like that, man. But we won't hold you all too much longer. Thank you for everyone that's been showing out and showing love on all of our socials. We just hit 400 followers on X, and that's pretty crazy. I'm cool with more than like 10 followers, man.
I swear.
We're old. We're not numbers guys. People like all these kids with like 10,000s of followers that just good at social media. That's great. But hey, anytime we can get a couple viewers, I mean, I'm hyped. We got 100 in here right now. That's 100 more than I ever expected. So catch us out, man. We will be on the road soon, and we'll see who comes up as winners. We'll see if Cincinnati wins. We'll see if Dalton's right about Vanderbilt. Dalton turned his back on Vanderbilt, and I never thought I would see it.
You kept saying I was a fan. I had to prove it to you. Not a fan. No, that wasn't it. I just don't think that. Man. I see him dropping this one. It's still Vandy. It's still Vandy.
I think Dalton's going to wake up with a pit in his stomach and just a feeling in his stomach Saturday morning. Like, why did I go against Vandy? He's going to wake up like that Saturday morning. We'll see. But we'll keep you, keep you locked. Like I said, new sponsor joining the show. You'll catch them right here, right in between us, right there. And then logo up there. Shout out, everyone. We'll catch you Monday at noon for your lunch break, for whatever, if you're early morning on the West Coast. and we'll see who the winners and the losers are, the contenders and the pretenders. And that remains to be answered. Best thing about it. We will see you next week. Peace.
Yep. See ya.